At 7 o'clock primetime, Mariners opening up a series against the Red Sox and Rafael Devers. And guys, not only has he made an improvement offensively, where he's always been solid, but defensively, he's made a big improvement as well this season.
Well, that's the one thing I looked at, D-Row, when I looked at, his numbers from last year. I'm thinking, we usually start these with hitting and how well he's in the box and all this. And I said, I think he went home in the offseason and paid attention to detail on some of the things he didn't do well last year. He made 22 errors in over 490 chances last year.
Really?
I thought that was a lot for him, right? Athletic, good, taking care of his body now and all these things. I said 22 errors. He comes this year and, through the first month and a half, he has 1. So this is the guy that's paying attention to detail, gets to camp. We talk about the shortened, spring training all the time, and I'm saying, well, you know what? You can get to camp and do some of the things. And these are tough plays. But I think when you talk about tough plays for superstar players, they make these plays. This is a play for him. His feet is not set here. He charges, ready to throw before he gets the ball in the leather. Tough play, some runs, score. And you're thinking to yourself, this is not the guy that's going to be a perennial all-star and superstar in this league for a long time. Now, this is a tough play, but I think he can make this play, right? Because it's on, he gloves it, that's the transfer.
That's one of the easier plays he's going to get.
He's going to get. Now, you fast forward to 22, and now you look at his feet moving. You look at him leaving his feet and getting position to throw. Tough play again. So I'm giving you similarities of the plays he didn't sort of, do last year. And this year, another tough play. Look at this one.
Bare hand.
I don't need
bare hand. Go.
This is a bare hand.
Nice.
Right? So then you look at all the things that makes Rafael Devers one of the best in the league. And I'm saying, where's the book on him? Well, last year I thought.
Hey, pause this real quick. Can I pause you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pause on the hitting, because I always felt, I played a ton of third base in my career, and I always felt Fenway presented the most difficult third base of any stadium. Jagged cutouts. I'm sure it's changed a little bit. The fans are right on top of you. It's kind of that awkward where the ball person sits there. It's kind of awkward with the foul ground. And I always felt like the grass was a little higher and a little heavier than, you go out to the West Coast, you get Dodger Stadium, where I feel like you could play without a glove. You don't even need a glove.
Right.
But I always felt like Fenway. So I think that plays into a little bit of adding some errors to his game, a little tougher lip than you're normally seeing. But
well, that's true. I don't have no idea, but all I'm saying is when you look at 22, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Right? And then you look at
he's definitely gotten better.
He's a ton better. But
Give me the calling card, though.
There's a book on the fact that we can get Rafael Devers with fastball. And I'm saying to myself, is he pulling off? Is he thinking he's late? What is going on? And I think he's made adjustment, because when you look at the BABIP this year, and I don't pay attention to a lot of that, but when I pay attention to a guy that's hitting over 320, what has he made adjustments with? Getting to that fastball quicker, because he can do this. But look where these balls are going. I'm not saying you have to go left field. Now when you square up one, you can go dead center. And so you go cat and mouse, and a lot of these guys are getting, a lot of these guys are middle, and I get this ball's going to get tattooed by a lot of dudes in the league if you leave it there. But look how solid he is through the zone. So I watched this the other night. Jake Odorizzi.
Yeah, climbing on
five fastballs struck him out. Then the next night, Urquidy, with a little more velocity, 95, he parks him dead center. So I'm like, is he getting ready for the higher velocity, and the sort of 90 to 92 hurts him a little bit? That was an off-speed. That was a fastball that he clicked. But it's just some of the things you look at over the course of, his career. You're saying the fastball, is that the book on him? But this plays as far as when you look at the overall player and how you make adjustments. This is adjustments on the fly I always talk about. That is going to play always when you pay attention to it and go out there and work on it. So when you say, well, he has 1 error through the first month and a half of the season, that is, well, my bad, he has 2. So that in itself puts him in that conversation of all-around complete player. But the book's always, that book is always out, and it's like the fastball middle away is sort of the pitch that they're throwing to him, and you're sort of like allowing him to sort of get into, a good rhythm when you throw the off-speed pitches late in the counts, but I think he sits on it. I would always think this. Hold on, D. I would always think this. When you're a really good hitter, Why would you ever sit off speed?
Well, that's what I want to ask you. Okay, so I've said it multiple times up here. Very rare was I ever in a 2-3-4 in a lineup. You killed me the one time I was going to bat fourth with the Cubs. You were laying on the training table. The lineup went up. I was hitting fourth, Robert. I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to hit a fourth in Wrigley in a big league game. And then he jumps off the training table and says, Lou, I could play. And then they redo the lineup, and I don't get my chance at glory. But what I'm saying is I talk a lot about count leverage, right? Getting into predictable counts where you can sit on fastballs or sit on certain pitches and quadrants. Do you feel like a guy like Devers almost has to? And in your career, you hit in the middle of the order. Did you sit soft, or you never came off fastball?
Never.
Never.
It made no sense unless for sure a guy was
I feel like Manny Ramirez took heaters middle, and walked back to the dugout because he was sitting soft.
Right. I mean, Carlos Beltran. I mean, I can go through a list of guys who've done it. And I'm just saying to myself, if that's the case, it just seems like certain, 92 to 93 should not look like it's 100, 101 blowing by you. Yeah. And I'm just saying, if you're sitting on, because Garcia yesterday did that. He threw him 3 fastballs before he went to 3 off-speed pitches, and he hits a triple down the right field line. Now you're down 2-1 because Bogey goes deep. And you know what I'm saying? So I just look at certain situations. I'm saying, if the book is all fastballs, Jake executed it. He threw him all fastballs and struck him out. Well, then you have Urquidy. He comes the next day and throws him 95, and he gets booked to dead center. So now you got Garcia coming going, well, what's the cat and mouse? What do I do? If you throw him more off speeds, he's going to beat you 9 times out of 10. But I'm saying to myself, why would you ever come off the fastball when you're the good hitter he is? That's my point of some like hitters that come up to the box and going, well, I know this guy's going to try to get me out with an off-speed pitch. But he's going to throw you 5 fastballs to get to that pitch.
Get to the off-speed pitch.
That's all I mean.
You sat heater every pitch.
Never did I come off of it. Why? Because I never want to take a pitch anywhere around the plate to strike out and me go back to the dugout going, that is my bread and butter. Why would I'm not going to consistently hit a curveball. I'm not going to consistently hit a changeup, but I can consistently hit a fastball.